Hey everybody, welcome aboard. We're watching a possible nadir storm. Just not getting things started up here. Came a little late. Oh shoot, what have you been doing? Motion at front door. In fact, I'm just now posting on Facebook. And I haven't even done an audio check yet real quick here. Let me make sure this is operating so you can actually hear me. It's probably a good thing, wouldn't it? Check one. Speakers, come on, where are you? If I turn closed captioning on, nope. Hang on. No, I actually probably am. Okay, check 1, 2, 3. It may take a little bit for the sound to catch up here. Okay, yep, there we go. I have got sound. Oh, shoot. I closed that out. I didn't want to close that out. Dang it. All right, coffee and radar. Let's see what's going on. So, what we're doing is we're watching this little booger that's out in Posey County right now. It did pop off a tornado warning just a moment ago. Okay, yep, there we go. We're going to minimize this here real quick. Yeah, this is straight up just gotcha. If you're watching live, hop on in here. It's kind of unexpected. And the tornado warning that was in effect for Posey County has expired, but we're going to keep our eyes on this booger. Just because it has produced a storm. So let's kind of examine it here. If these storms do produce any type of nadirs, they're going to be very probably light. And I'm going to probably guess that it was probably right up in this area right here. I will say probably western Mount Vernon. Take a look at that right there, that little booger. Let's look at what we got going on here. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're in Mount Vernon right now, like I said, these are not very. Oh, we got some correlation. We got a little bit. Look at that. So yeah, west side of Mount Vernon. If anybody knows anybody out there, you might be seeing something drop down from the sky. It may not be on the ground. Of course, it does. There's a little bit of evidence that maybe something got picked up there. But yeah, we're seeing this little hook. And the thing is, this is not going to last very long. So we're going to have to stay on top of this and watch it. Yeah, if you look here, the next radar scan has already pooped it out. So there's a little bit of rotation still going on the west side of Mount Vernon right now. So we'll just keep our eyes on this puppy. Let's take a look real quick and see. Oh, wait a second. Facebook says. Okay, Facebook says I'm live, but Facebook says. Okay, Facebook says I'm live. It was like not letting me do that previously, so maybe they fixed something or changed something. So let's. No. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me change the security, and that's been the problem. Keyframe rate too low. What are you talking about, Cletus? Yeah, it won't let me shoot. It will not let me go live with this, whatever I do. Well, we'll just leave that right there. So anyway, you can just hop on over here on YouTube. That's where we'll watch this from. Just kind of keep our eye on this storm. There's a little bit of a gust front that's starting to form out in front of it here. So it's going to probably get a little gusty going this way. And I haven't put an animation on this storm yet, but I'm going to probably guess. Let's do that right now. Yeah. I bet that's where the tornado, I bet where the reported tornado was, right up there. We look in the history. So it was, and notice how it's, like I said, it's really quick. It happened real quick. Let's take a look at the correlation coefficient here real quick and see if there's any, was any evidence of a touchdown. Let's rewind that and take a look. There's a little bit. So maybe it did a little pop on the ground for just a little bit. Yeah, so we're just going to keep our eyes on this. It looks like there's another divot forming over here on the west side, too. So we got this area watching and this area we're watching. Maybe even this one, too. And this one here. So this is the kind of storm that forms these little, I call them fingers, that just kind of pop in and... Oh, somebody was asking me a question. That's why I went live, because my phone's... Me and my wife were on date night tonight, and my phone started blowing up, so... So let's see which way this thing's going. I'm going to say it's going to probably skip Evansville. Here, hang on. I'm just going to text this puppy live like this. It is probably going to miss Evansville by going to the south. There might be a little bit of rain in Evansville, but it looks like the potential threat of a nadir is going to be heading towards Henderson. It doesn't look super strong, too. All right, we'll send that off. See, this is why I do this, because something happens, my phone just starts blowing up like crazy. But this is an interesting dynamic to look at right here. Notice how these storms are kind of moving this way. You have these storms moving this way. So there is a little shear action happening right in here. We could potentially see a little bit of development. So we're just going to stick with this and keep our eye on it. I am stuffed. Me and my wife went to Hacienda in Evansville today. I got the chicken fajita salad. That sucker is huge. So I'm very, very stuffed right now. I do not have any more room in my belly for anything, including tornadoes or coffee. In fact, my coffee is empty. I didn't get a chance to fill it up. I just walked through the door and somebody said, hey, there's a nadir forming. So there was if you're just joining us, there was a tornado warning for Posey County, a little bitty one, just kind of to the east of New Harmony and to the south of Poseyville. Little bit of the area affected. But what we're doing is we're watching this little cell. It's got some gas to it right now. And what we're doing is we want to watch these fingers. I call them the fingers that are sticking out right here. These are where, this one might have an inverted tornado on it possibly. These are where we're going to see the areas of rotation. We're going to split this screen in half here. That way we can see. And I'm going to make this wider to make it fit on the window. Did that do anything? Oh, I'm watching the wrong view. Hang on. There we go. Okay. And then I need to run the update script. CD get weather. Is it weather scripts? Yeah. Live. And we're going to run weather alerts. And that should pull up our weather alerting. Oh, good grief. That was loud. All right. So the only alert we have right now is just a flood warning for Gibson County. That's it. Oh, where'd you go? That was interesting. Okay. So, yeah, we just have a flood warning for Gibson County right now. And this may end up turning into a big nothing burger, too, which is kind of what we're hoping for. But I figured I'm here right now. We'll just check it out and keep an eye on this puppy. I'm going to rapidly refresh I have a little storm reporter thingamajig as well, too. I wonder if I could... put that on here. Let me see if I can play this. Mping window. Let's see if I can somehow get that on here. So maybe let's put... I gotta figure out how I did this. Let's see. Radar. What is that? Tell me what that is. No, you're not the cat tracker. All right, let's see what this does. Nope, not it. How about you? Nope, not you. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're just popping in another window here real quick. Just so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Making a brand new window live on the screen. Well, it's not on your screen. I'm making it in another window here. And how about we add a radar to this? There we go. Going on. So we may just have a little nothing burger here tonight, which is, I've always liked that. There is a good amount of rain associated with this right now. And let's read this little notice from the National Weather Service, see what they say here. Yeah, so what you're seeing is conditions are favorable for development of weak, brief funnel clouds with the showers and thunderstorms. They're typically harmless, but sometimes they can touch down with some gusty winds over 50 miles an hour. So with these, it's just kind of, it's going to be more of a just kind of stay away from the windows. We're not talking about any it's not even technically an F0, I don't think. The minimum, what is the minimum for a tornado? We're just going to figure out real quick here what that is. I should know this off the top of my head, but I don't. It's probably all the food in my belly right now is what the problem is. So to be officially, it has to be 65 miles an hour. Okay. So it'd be an F0. It's going to be 65 to 85. We're very weak. You know, typically thunderstorms can make straight line winds that do that. But we're watching it. We're just going to keep our eye on these little fingers that are popping out in front of this storm passing through Mount Vernon right now. We're going to zoom in here a bit. right around Hovey Lake. It looks like if you're down near Hovey, there's a very good chance you might see some clouds that kind of have a lowering base to them right now. And it might be spinning just a little bit. But like I said earlier, everything developing right now is very weak. It's also an interesting thing out here by Caburn Road as well, too. What we're looking at here is mainly a little outflow boundary that's starting to form. And it's heading this way. So I don't think we may not have anything to worry about tonight. So let's kind of zoom out here, take a look at the general area just to see what's going on. There is a little storm forming just to the, that's been kind of trying to form just to the east of Henderson, west of Owensboro. There's a little bit of rotation in it. There could be just a little something spinning near Curdsville probably. But once again, for what we're seeing so far, everything is just super weak. Weak little tornadoes, little spinny clouds. Technically not even tornadoes if they don't reach 65 miles an hour. Now, that is strong enough to, it could blow, it could really mess with you if you're towing a trailer or something like that out on the highway. Maybe in a mobile home, it might rock you a little bit, but little bitty things going on. So, yeah, we'll continue to watch this. Oh, yeah, look at this. So, I'm going to probably guess, look at that. It's got a nice little coupling on it, too. So, probably to south of Mount Vernon is what we're watching this area right here. Here's what we're looking at right here. That little guy, and it's actually not showing. It's basically this blank area right here. But what this could be picking up is just the actual wind spinning. And I'm going to probably guess this whole area is probably rotating decently. And from what I've seen with these storms, yeah. So actually in Mount Vernon, this storm is, so the actual, let me just kind of give you the dynamic of what's going on here. So the actual storm itself is moving this way. However, these tornadoes that are spinning up are these funnels. I have to call them funnels, right? Because they're, only the National Weather Service can call it a tornado. I've been schooling that a few times. Oh, well. These spinny clouds. There we go. Let's call them that. All right. We got the little spinny clouds out here just south Mount Vernon. They're actually heading like this. So as this storm moves off to the south and the east, this thing is riding up. And it won't be long till its inflow kind of gets cut off. And we'll see this thing fall apart. So this is where we're kind of seeing the brief tornado. But if you're in Mount Vernon right now, if you go outside and look across the river, you're probably going to see one of these little spinny clouds out there. Very high probability you're going to see a lowered base on it. And if it's not touching the ground, it's probably definitely rotating. But we're not seeing a lot of speed with this right now. And let's go take a look at this one over by Caburn too. The one over by Caburn is kind of getting some, juice to it. Let's pop over and look at the correlation coefficient, see if we've got anything showing up. We do have, it looks like could be a little bit of a dust ball right here, just to the west of Hovey Lake. And Caburn and Mars, there might be something there as well, too. More likely there's something over here just to the south of Mount Vernon. And this is moving like this. So this is almost following the track that F3 tornado went through Mount Vernon a few years back, that went on the east side of the town. Took out that big warehouse, the stoplight there where the Tequila's Mexican restaurant is. Notice how I make everything about the food. That's why we got coffee. See if I got any left in there. Nope, there's no coffee left. My cup's completely empty. So we'll just continue to watch this. I am watching this guy over here just to the north of Mars Center. And where that is, if you're not familiar with the area, Caburn, if you're driving to Mount Vernon, you look off to the north side of the highway, there's 4 big bins up there. They say coffee, tea, flour, sugar. And the only reason why I know that's Caburn Road is because, it's already past Caburn Road. It's actually getting ready to go over, looks like over Bradley Boulevard right now, the Nation Road. So And it'll be crossing Ford. In fact, probably by now, it's probably already crossed Ford Road. And actually, if you look here, it's gone. The next sweep that just came through, it just completely disappeared. So that's kind of what we're seeing with these storms. I am really interested in this guy right here, though. It does look like it may have picked up some stuff. See that contrast right there? That one right there. So I'm going to probably say that's fallen apart, but it does look like it did pick up some stuff. Probably just some dust and dirt in the air. Nothing super, doesn't look like anything super heavy right now. Don't see any tornado warnings or anything issued. So this is going to be a nice little thunderstorm moving through. Henderson, you guys are going to want to watch out for this. Washington, Indiana tonight. What? Let me find out what that's talking about. This one just texted me. I have a million texts. Just tell everybody to get in here. Let's come in. Everybody just chat in here. I can answer all your questions for you. Oh, yeah. Someone just sent me, I guess there was a tornado in Washington, Indiana tonight. Very interesting. Huh. Yeah, so I don't know when that was. Let's look on the radar and see if there's anything up there right now. No, I bet it was probably this. Oh, look at this. Yeah, this little storm over here by Shoals. Definitely showing the classic signatures of a, I call this a little kind of finger. This little finger sticking out right here corresponds with this. So yeah, definitely we got a little spinning action going up there. But we're going to hop back down here, keep our eye on this little booger down here near Evansville. And I'm going to animate this real quick here. I'm going to do a manual animation this time and kind of see what's going on. So look at this. So I think we have two boundaries clashing right now. Is what it looks like. Because we still have, watch my drawing over here on the left. We still have this guy like here, it's going this way. This guy right here is going this way. And the whole main system itself is pushing this way. So that is why we're getting this situation where we're having these really light funnels that are starting to pop up this afternoon. That's why we're here. And just because my text messages were going crazy. So why the heck? We'll just hop on here. It does look like there was a little gusty wind to the south of Mount Vernon where that rotation was. It does look like it is kind of fallen apart. Now this is an interesting dynamic right here because this thunderstorm's moving this way and this one is moving this way. Let's take a look in here close. Just manually animate this and kind of see what's going on here. Oh yeah, look at that. So overall, it looks like it's pushing it south, but it looks like there is still some type of shear that's causing this individual cell here, go away. This guy right here to still keep going this way. This is what we call drunken July thunderstorms. They've had way too much to drink this time of year. There's not a lot of, there's not like a really big front behind it to kind of help push this sucker through. So that's why we're just kind of getting these small little areas of spin up. So I mean, we have two layers that are moving kind of slowly. There's not a lot of movement, but we'll just keep an eye on it here. See what's going on. And I may not stick on here. We'll see what happens once this gets near Evansville. Probably what I'm going to anticipate this thing's going to do. Let's kind of figure out what this thing's going to do. Yeah, I think it's going to maybe clip the west side of Evansville, possibly go to the south side of Evansville. Honestly, if you're in Evansville, you're in South Side maybe, you're going to probably get a good shot of this. I definitely look to the south as the storm moves through because there is probably going to be some spinny action going on. May not touch the ground. But yeah, now we're looking at this thing going on near Uniontown right now. You see what's happening? It's just like these fingers are just continuing to move up. And this one's not much of a troublemaker anymore, so we'll just mark that one off. But here's our new one, and they'll continue to probably push off. I'm going to probably say it looks like the trajectory is kind of going like this, but the overall vector of the storm is probably going something like this. But yeah, there's definitely looks like another rotation popping up here, getting ready to go across the river. Definitely seeing it here on the reflectivity. I'm watching this little guy back here too. He's kind of looking a little mischievous back here. Very strange how it's kind of snaking its way up to the north and to the east like that. Oh, go away. Set one. Yeah, look how slow that thing's going. 7 miles an hour. So as you can tell, that it's there's just not a lot of movement in the atmosphere. Enough to cause a little bit of spinning. But not enough to really cause a tornado. Probably just some funnels. Yeah, look at that. It's moving at 15 miles an hour. That sucker's moving slow. All right, so just to give you a quick little summary, this thing is going to take darn near 60 minutes to get to Corden probably. It's probably still an hour out from Henderson, and what I'm going to probably guess is this thing could probably fall apart before it even gets there. So just my little tip for tonight, there could be a chance of some little pop-up spinny storms. I'm not really expecting them to be super strong. We're talking maybe 50, 60 mile per hour winds. It's kind of more severe thunderstorm-like thing, but the winds are going to be spinning nevertheless. So, the type of thing you probably may knock over some lawn furniture, stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this. I did come on when the tornado warning was popping off up near Poseyville. That thread is kind of gone. See, now we have another little area spinny just to the south and west of Mount Vernon from that previous one. And if we go look at the correlation coefficient, it does look like there could be some dust being kicked up out there. But not too much. So just kind of pay attention. Keep your eye in the sky. Definitely, if you're out in this area with the storm coming at you, looks like the brunt of it is going to probably go towards, looks like it's kind of mostly moving, this whole storm's kind of moving like this overall. So I'm going to guess this area right here. I'm actually going to, here, hang on. Let me expand this out just a tad. Let's go kind of out like that, kind of out like that. So anywhere in this area right here, my drawing thing's stuck on. This whole area right here is where we're going to have some potential issues. And yes, I do have motion in front of my door. And if this thing sticks together, and it is moving very slowly too, heck, I might head down to the Newburgh riverfront and watch it pass to the south of the area. But for right now, we do have just this thunderstorm moving through Mount Vernon right now. Definitely it's going to be packing a lot of rain. Let's check and see if there's any hail action going on here. Definitely have some vertically integrated liquid. So these are the areas where I'm kind of more concerned about tornado, or probably not tornado, but more of a spinny storm popping off tonight. It's where we're also going to probably see some hail. Take a look at the hydrometer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely good chances of hail possibly in this. This storm cell says that's got a 0% chance of hail. So, yeah, I think we're just going to see some weak stuff tonight. Maybe probably not any hail actually touching the ground at all. Yeah. So there it is. That's where we're at right now. I am not concerned enough to stay logged in. Let's just put it that way. It's going to get a little breezy. Heading to Henderson. That gust front is just now probably passing. Looks getting ready to come up on the University of Southern Indiana on the west side. So if you go out there and look, you probably do see a low-hanging roll cloud coming through. Henderson Airport could be next. Henderson. There'll be some gusty winds associated with this. But yeah, biggest threat is probably about heavy rain. A lot of heavy rain. But quite frankly, everybody, that's I think that's going to be it. Not too terribly concerned about this one. I mean, obviously, I'll give you this disclaimer to just keep an eye on your weather notification things. It's not enough for me to warrant staying on here. I got a bunch of stuff to do tonight. So I'm going to keep the radar up. I'll pop back on here if something else pops up. But for right now, we're going to end it. We're going to say see you later and go from there.